What do we got back here?
No, this is issue number 7 coming out on May 20th.
Who wanted to know why Ty did what he did?
Let's talk about what happened.
This is it. This is what we're doing in the
talked about the story. It totally freaked me out.
And who wanted to know what happened to Dizzy? This is where you find out. In issue number 7 of the comic, you'll find out those answers.
That episode, it freaked me out when you wrote that.
Okay,
because I get first look at Epic, and I do all our licensed product stuff. And when I saw that, I was just like, dude, no. I mean, it's so dark. But it's awesome.
Here's the thing. Usually I get, change this, Josh, from him. Not really. They're wonderfully supportive, but they're tough. I got to do my best work, and they'll keep me to that. And this was the one thing I turned in off the bat where Mike said, okay, shit, that's crazy good.
Yeah,
that was cool. Thank you.
It's so good.
That was the one issue. I mean, number 7. So check it out if you want Ty. It's called The Quickening, and it's an interesting issue. It's probably one of the better things I've written. I think, and from your reaction, I think that might be true.
Now, I want to stop for a second, and Josh. So you're talking about all these things that you've been writing. How long does it take you to kick out a comic? Is that something you're doing on a Saturday afternoon?
2 minutes.
Or just walk us through for some people in here want to know how does that work? What's the creative process?
The creative process is ideally I like to talk to the artist.
Okay.
Of course, syncing up with Epic first, but then talking to the artist and making sure they're excited about what they're doing. Because Liam Sharp, one of the things I did early on was just called him out of the blue. He never met me. I
mean, you got to have the right person because you don't want the Gears comic coming out like Family Circus, right?
Well, yeah, thank you.
That would be cool. Who killed the locust? Not me.
Only newspapers are doing okay.
All right, sorry, that was way too far. All right, go back.
Mommy, why do you have a chainsaw?
See, there's something here, I'm telling you.
I think you're onto something. We'll keep exploring this. Turn on your live. Hey, you could have this up. Turn on your live and you get the little family circle gears.
Right, exactly.
It's awesome. Sounds good. Family gears. But it's basically a thing where you want to make sure that you're connecting with the artist so that they're excited about the project, because it takes a lot of work to draw these things. A lot of people don't realize the work that goes into a comic. And it's a lot of work, much like a video game. It takes a lot of work. So we connected, we talked, and I told them, this isn't that typical licensed property. Like a lot of people call, quote, licensed properties throwaway gigs and stuff. But I was like, this Gears is not going anywhere. Gears is something that's very, very, something that we're all approaching from our hearts. Is the best way to put it. We're putting our hearts into this. It's something that we're very excited about. And I wanted to make sure Liam was excited.
So you're not just cashing in on the franchise?
Yeah, no.
There's a lot of love and care here.
We like it.
We don't pay these guys. What are you talking about?
Well, we don't know what the whole world is about. Anytime you create a franchise, no one knows everything from the start. So part of the fun is exploring it. And Liam, come be part of the journey. It's new. Here we go. We're all exploring together, and let's make this
creating new weapons.
Yeah, let's make it new good. You guys come up with stuff. I'm like, oh God, they just did that. That's pretty amazing, you know.
All right, so let's go through here. I also have issue number 9. Jim Lee. What's the Jim Lee connection?
This is the coolest thing ever. So I did my very first comic book was issue number 9.
Who wanted to see a girl's gear, by the way? Woman gear. Who wanted to see it? Yeah, see, we're doing it. Yes.
You certainly are there. She is certainly.
She's such an ass kicker. So I got to work on a comic with Josh here who kept me straight, and I got to say that. Jim, would you draw the cover for my first comic? I mean, that's just sick. That's so wrong to have Jim Lee, god of covers and god of DC Maelstrom, to do my very first cover. So that's
it helps when he likes your game. Good for you for making a good game.
He's a Gears fan, which is awesome.
By the way, this guy's co-writing actually that same issue. So we're co-writing on issue number 9. It's going to be called Baron, and
he makes it good. I make it bad. We worked it out.
He pays me, and
exactly. So, but it's kind of a cool story. It kind of talks about why there aren't females in the COG Army and what's up with that and the story behind it and that kind of thing.
Yeah,
I bring females into this.
I see. Now it says issue number 9, Baron, 1 of 5. So is that issue 9, 10, 11, 9A, 9B, 9C? What does that mean?
I guess 9 through 13 are all.
See, you can do math. That's why I'm a writer. Make sure math. He's good with numbers.
He's got the numbers.
Yeah, so I'm signed up for 5, so I hope they're good.
Oh no, it's gonna be 10 now.
Oh jeez.
So after the comics, I want to talk about the novels.
Yeah. Okay.
So let's talk about who's doing the novels, what's going on. I want to talk about. I mean, we've got a picture of Karen right here. Let's give us. Why don't you? She did the first one.
She's way hotter in person. Yeah, that picture doesn't do her justice. I mean, if
they always say that when they're sitting at the computer, buddy.
If you've read the Republic Commando novels she did, those are great. The Wes Har stuff she did was great. But she was a war correspondent. She was in the military. She's this tough ass can I say?
Yes,
Can I say?
please.
Yeah, I know what you want.
Tough ass bitch. That she's like, I want to know how this kit works. She's British. She's like, I want to know how this kit works. I mean, these boots are like 30 kilograms. I'm like, sure they are, Karen. She's talking about how do you clean the blade after you've sawed
Welcome
through the
to
bones,
novelists.
and chips are going everywhere. She's like, how would you clean that and get back to the fight? I'm like, really? That's
Lancer
what you're worried
floss.
about?
Lancer floss.
Is cleaning
Lancer
the
floss.
Lancer afterwards?
Lancer
No.
floss.
So she's awesome. She's added a lot to the franchise. ASFA was really awesome. It was on the bestseller list, which is kind of weird. Like, you wouldn't expect that, but it did really well. And we've got the second one coming out pretty soon. Talking about what happens after number 2. After you destroy everything, what happens, right? So that was fun.
Now, we talked about, then we got Jacinto's Remnant coming out in July.
July, right?
July?
Is it already
That
then? I thought it was later.
It says
it's soon.
Oh my God.
The slide says 2009, and it would not lie.
Slides never lie.
Slides never lie.
PowerPoint never lies.
Have you guys been surprised at the fact that, and I talked to you a little bit about this earlier, keep an eye on Inside Xbox on your Xbox 360 where I have some interviews with these guys, but I talked with you a little bit earlier. You like that, huh?
He didn't tell us.
We do? Did he pitch his own show?
No, I didn't. Subtle.
Come check out all the Halo details you need on Inside Xbox 360.
But I want to talk about, have you been surprised that the games, I'm going to go right by that.
We got him live. Yes, yes.
The games are now driving fiction and novels and writing. I mean, usually it's the other way around. Like, that maybe would make a good game or a good movie. But now it's the other way around.
Oh yeah, we always planned this as a franchise. I mean, I think that's been part of the success of Gears, is thinking, what are the core essences of this franchise? Destroy beauty, and Marcus Phoenix is the hero, never fighting alone as part of this small troop, and that's carried through all the things we've done. Working on the movie with New Line, it's been really nice to have sort of an understanding of what is Gears.
All right, wait a minute. Movie. So that's not.
Oh wait, did I skip
That's
ahead?
not on my. No. It's not even on my script.
Oh, really? Yeah, nobody wants to see a movie.
So let's.
Who would go see a Gears of War movie?
What are the legendary?
So what?
It's so bad.
Now we're completely in. We're out in the weeds now. So let's tell us a little bit about.
I didn't tell you anything about weed. That's you.
Anytime you're making. Well, we are in Seattle. Dan. Where I'm from, we eat barbecue and sweet tea to be high. I don't know what you're talking about.
Carolina barbecue.
We're pretty psyched working with New Line, and then Legendary jumped in a little while ago, and those guys did some shitty movies like Dark Knight and 300,
Watchmen,
stuff they've developed. That
I love Watchmen.
They don't understand fanboy content, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, we'll try to get as much Blue Man parts as we can into the Gears franchise.
You want to see a Lancer? I didn't mean that. Sorry.
Anyway, we're pretty psyched about the movie. We're working on that. Y'all probably seen the movie guys talking out of turn about all the things we're working on with that. But we're very psyched. That's going to be fun. So it's not going to be another shitty game movie, basically.
When can we expect this summer blockbuster?
Well, that's a tough question.
I don't know. What does PowerPoint tell us?
I don't have it on here. We're off.
Then we have no idea.
We have no answer. Then we're going to go on to the next one.
All right.
You want to know what that is? Merchandise.
This feels like a sales pitch. Are they gonna go through the gift store on the way out?
Exactly.
Jeez, what is this Disney World?
But wait a minute. There we go. Look at this. We've got these guys. So Mike, you talked about the fact that you work on the licensing. What goes into making the action figures?
Wow, I mean those guys are. I mean they're really dedicated artists. It's a lot of fun working with the NECA guys. I think the best artists in the business in action figures. I don't know if you guys saw the headshot Locust. That's my very favorite, and that was one of the guys there saying, "I want to do this," and Randy Falk is like, who runs production there, is like, "I don't know that you can pull it off." And he's like, "Can I work between Christmas and New Year's Eve on this?" And he's like, "Well, I suppose so." So the guy works through the Christmas holiday making a head explosion version of a Locust. I mean, that is NECA. Those guys they're like us.
And he pulled it off.
I know, it's awesome, right?
I think I have a picture of that.
It comes with a cog tag.
No, I don't have a picture of that.
Exclusive.
Yeah, I mean that was so good. Yeah, with the cog tags as well.
It's amazing.
I mean, those guys they're like us. They're fanboys who are making something that they want on their desks, and they get to do it for a living. And that's kind of the way we look at it. Is we're just making cool stuff that we want.